Welcome to Simple Sales Podcast, where we break down the art of selling into easy, actionable steps. Each episode, we explore proven strategies, share real-life success stories, and tackle common challenges, all designed to boost your sales game. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, get ready to simplify your approach and maximize your results. Let's dive in.
We've looked closely at what seasoned agents often say they wish they'd grasped earlier, those kind of pivotal aha moments.
Right.
And they mostly boil down to, well, practical steps and a really crucial ownership mindset.
So our mission today is to distill all that hard-earned wisdom into some actionable essentials. We want to give you a real head start, help you maybe avoid some common pitfalls in that first year.
Yeah. Dodge those early mistakes if possible.
We'll be unpacking things like, why taking control of your own systems is so important, not relying on your brokerage for everything.
Super important. And the power of networking, just getting out there.
Definitely. Smart financial habits right from day one, making follow-up your secret weapon, and something often overlooked, really mastering your contracts.
Yeah, let's dive into that first feeling, that initial sense many new agents get. This intense pressure, like you have to know absolutely everything immediately.
Oh, totally. You're facing this mountain of new info, procedures, jargon. It can feel incredibly overwhelming, can't it?
It really can. Like you've been dropped into a game where everyone else knows the rules.
Exactly. But what's interesting, looking at the experiences we reviewed, is that confidence seems almost more critical early on than perfect knowledge.
That's a great point. Confidence in your ability to find the answers, baby.
Yeah, confidence to learn, to adapt.
Yeah.
And that confidence gets a huge boost from leveraging the right tools.
Right. Think of checklists as like your guides for transactions. Scripts can be helpful frameworks, not word for word maybe, but frameworks.
And a CRM system, a customer relationship management system, that's your central hub, keeping you organized.
These are support structures. They free you up from trying to memorize every single little detail right away.
It's like having guardrails, you know? And the key thing is, it really is okay to learn on the job.
Absolutely. You look things up. You ask questions.
Don't be afraid to reach out to your mentor or experienced colleagues. What comes through loud and clear is clients value how you treat them, your responsiveness, your integrity.
Yeah, your dedication to their needs often matters more than quoting some obscure regulation off the top of your head.
Which kind of leads us to another fundamental point, doesn't it?
Your broker or team leader,
Yeah.
they're important, but they aren't solely responsible for building your business.
Right. There's often this misconception that you join a brokerage and suddenly leads just start flowing in, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's a ready-made business.
It's an appealing idea, but the reality is usually quite different.
Yeah. What the sources really stress is this essential shift in thinking. You are the primary driver. You're the rainmaker, so to speak.
Like the CEO of You, Inc.
Exactly. And that changes how you should think about choosing where to hang your license. It's not just about the commission split.
No, not at all. You should be actively looking for a brokerage or a team that really supports your independence and growth. Like genuine mentorship, resources that help you build your foundation.
Because, and this is critical, you need to build and importantly own your core business systems.
Yes. Let's linger on that. Don't become totally reliant on the tools the brokerage provides.
Think about it. What happens if you switch brokerages later? Which happens all the time.
Right. You could lose access to everything. Your client data, your contacts you built up in their CRM, poof, gone.
It's about owning your assets. So investing directly in your own website, your own CRM, maybe your own lead gen tools, that ensures your business is portable, it stays under your control.
It's building equity in your business, not just theirs. I knew an agent, great agent, switched firms, and basically had to rebuild their contact list from almost nothing. Huge setback.
Wow. Yeah, that's painful. Okay, so you've got this I'm the driver mindset. You're focusing on owning your systems. How do you actually build momentum?
Well, that's where time blocking becomes just fundamental.
So easy to get bogged down, isn't it? Especially when you're new. Doing stuff that feels productive but doesn't actually generate income.
Oh, absolutely. Spending 3 weeks perfecting your logo design or, endlessly tweaking your email signature.
Guilty as charged, probably, for many of us starting out.
Yeah. It's the classic trap. Confusing activity with actual progress.
So the solution is?
Prioritize. Deliberately schedule those income-generating activities first. Block out time for them.
Like what specifically?
A lot of follow-up calls. That's huge. preparing for open houses properly, creating content that actually attracts clients, lead generation efforts.
Things that directly fuel the business.
Exactly. And a really practical tip that keeps coming up is using a visual system, like a color-coded calendar.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, maybe green for money-making tasks, blue for admin or learning, whatever works. But that visual cue helps you see instantly, am I spending my prime time on what really moves the needle?
Makes sense. Okay, so you're time blocking, you're generating leads, but what about converting them?
Right. This leads straight into the next absolute necessity, a follow-up system, a workflow.
This seems like where a lot of new agents stumble.
Huge stumbling block.
Yeah.
The common mistake is assuming, oh, I made a connection, they liked me, they'll call me when they're ready.
Yeah, wishful thinking sometimes.
Totally. Life gets busy, they meet another agent who does follow up.
Right.
Reality is, consistent follow-up is key to conversion. It's not just charisma.
So you're saying that initial connection isn't enough?
It's a start, but you need to nurture it. Missed opportunities from weak follow-up. It's a major drain on potential income, especially early on.
Okay, so implement a system. What does that look like practically?
It doesn't have to be super complex at first. Even a good spreadsheet tracking contacts, notes, next steps.
Yeah.
But ideally, you move to a CRM.
Right, something that can help automate reminders, maybe personalize some basic email sequences.
Exactly. The goal is to stay top of mind, add value, but without being annoying or burning yourself out trying to remember everyone. Nurture them like future clients, because many will be.
Because people buy when they're ready, not necessarily on your timeline.
Precisely. So being there consistently makes all the difference.
And this really ties back to owning your systems too, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
If you rely only on the brokerage's generic email blast tool, for example,
Yeah.
you might lack flexibility. Can't personalize easily, maybe can't track engagement well. Your own tool gives you control. You build your email list that's a real asset you keep.
It's like owning your customer database versus just borrowing theirs. You control it, you own it, it builds value.
Spot on. And alongside building these systems, you got to be building your network proactively, daily, ideally.
So networking, not just fancy events.
No, definitely not just formal real estate mixers, though those can be useful. It's about consistently putting yourself out there, connecting.
Where? How?
Local business groups, community events, volunteer work, even online groups in your niche. Talk to people.
Don't just wait for the phone to ring.
Never. Make lead gen and networking part of your daily or weekly routine. Tell everyone what you do, friends, family, old colleagues. Every chat is a potential seed.
I heard about an agent whose first few deals came from conversations at their kids' soccer games.
Exactly. It happens all the time. Be present, be helpful.
Okay, let's shift gears slightly. A really foundational habit, money.
Ah, yes. Crucial. Separate your personal and business finances right away.
Seems basic, but why is it so important?
Oh, it saves so much headache later. Get a separate business bank account, maybe a business credit card.
Keeps everything clean.
Totally. Tracking income, tracking expenses becomes way easier. Tax time, much less stressful. Plus, you get a clearer picture of how your business is actually doing financially. Are you profitable? Where's the money going?
Makes sense. Get that sorted from day one.
Please do. Future you will thank you.
All right, another foundational piece. Maybe not the most glamorous, but vital.
Let me guess. Contracts.
You got it. Learning your contracts inside and out.
Cannot stress this enough. It might seem tedious, but it is absolutely essential for protecting you and your clients.
What we heard consistently from experienced agents was, prioritize this. Get intimate with your standard purchase agreements, disclosures, amendments, addenda.
Know them cold. Understand what every clause means, why it's there.
And the benefit isn't just legal protection, right?
Not at all. That deep understanding builds massive confidence. When a client asks a tricky question about paragraph 12B,
You can answer it clearly.
exactly, you can explain things, spot potential issues proactively. That builds incredible trust and credibility. It shows you know your stuff.
No substitute for really knowing the paperwork.
None.
Okay, so we've covered systems, networking, finances, follow-up, contracts. What underpins all of this?
Mindset, without a doubt.
How important is it, really?
Hugely important. Some sources we looked at suggested it's like 80% of success in this business.
Wow, 80%.
Yeah, because look, this industry, it can be tough. You will face rejection. Deals will fall through sometimes for reasons totally outside your control.
It's not always smooth sailing.
Far from it. Expect setbacks. They're normal. The agents who thrive long-term are the ones who can stay positive, or at least persistent. Learn from the knocks and keep going.
Resilience, basically.
That's the word. And you can cultivate that Daily mindset habits are key.
Like what? Meditation, affirmations.
It could be. Or just taking a few minutes each morning for reflection, setting intentions, maybe a quick check-in during the day. Simple things to stay centered and focused.
And recognizing that growth often happens when you push through discomfort.
Absolutely. Feeling overwhelmed, especially at the start. Totally normal. Don't let it paralyze you. Just keep taking the next step.
Good advice. Okay, so let's try and recap the essentials for that new agent listening.
All right. So first, take real ownership. Invest in and control your core system, CRM, website, lead gen. Don't just rely on the brokerage.
Got it. Own your foundation. Then,
Time block effectively. Prioritize those income-generating activities. Use that color coding trick if it helps. Focus on what moves the needle.
next, follow up. Implement a consistent system. Nurture those leads. Don't assume they'll just call back. Stay top of mind.
Definitely. Then, network actively and consistently. Get out there, meet people, let everyone know what you do. Build that pipeline.
Financially, keep business and personal separate from day one. Open those separate accounts.
Yes, and master your contracts. Dedicate the time. Know them inside and out. It builds confidence and protects everyone.
And finally, overarching all of that, cultivate a resilient, growth-oriented mindset. Expect challenges, learn from them, and keep pushing forward.
That really covers the core pillars we saw emerge.
And remember, you absolutely do not need to have all the answers right this second. Focus on building these foundational pieces step by step.
Yeah, build these habits, these systems, and you'll be setting yourself up for a successful and certainly a sustainable career in real estate.